Hello, coaching staff. I really do appreciate the opportunity working with the players for the past 6 weeks on this phase and the last phase. So this is the best way I could present to you everything that we did as far as nutrition, workouts, accountability, and of course the results for each player. So I'm going to share my screen with you and talk about what we have been doing for the past 6 weeks and more. So what I want to talk about today is the training overview. So the plan and the course of action, how it kept accountability, how it kept support, my top five and the results of various players, and my recommended plans moving forward into the next phase or for each individual player. So the plan and the courses of action before doing everything, we had to have consultations. These consultations happened during the Christmas break. And I had to talk with each player, formulate a plan according to what goals they have, what equipment they may have, because during this time of COVID, some of them didn't have access to gyms. Some of them were still in lockdown. So I had to really figure out the situation as far as equipment goes and as far as budget when it came to nutrition. So I really had to formulate a plan according to each player's situation. So we had a bulking phase and a shedding phase. Each player, of course, was different because, of course, they all have different body types, different fitness levels, and fitness goals. So for most of the players, they bulked up. Then we had to, of course, shed down because when you bulk up, you gain muscle, but you also gain fat. And the shedding phase really helps you get rid of fat and maintain the muscle that you gained so that you don't lose any speed and agility. So the main thing and the main ways we kept accountability is with photos and body stats, with tracking workouts, and tracking meals. With the body stats and photos, I can see what's happening with their body and I can see if I should adjust the nutrition, which is an important part. And tracking the workouts really just meant checking in and checking off that they did a workout and rating the workout based on difficulty. And of course, when they did that, I could tell when to make adjustments to the workouts based on how easy or hard it was. And that was the approach we took as far as updating their plans every 2 weeks. And finally, the nutrition side. Of course, this is 80% of it, and this is catered to each player, their body types, and their goals. So the main way we kept support throughout the 6 week phase is we had a group chat where we can check in with each other when we have updates on when biweekly calls are coming or updates on what I need from the players. And speaking about biweekly check-ins, every 2 weeks we came on and I had a lesson plan for the players, talking about the things that I saw that they struggled with. So for example, if I saw the players were inconsistent in nutrition, that's something I covered that period. And if I saw a different kind of struggle, I covered that. So the lessons were based on the things that the players struggled with. And on a daily basis, I'm checking in with each player. So each of them has a profile, and I check their calendar to see how they're doing based on workouts, eating, and I give them feedback and helpful insight to help guide them in a better direction to hit their goals. So that's really how we kept the support throughout the 6 week phase. So the results of each player was solely dependent on the consistency in nutrition and workouts. So I have a top five list because of this. And my top five is Peter, Owen, Sean, Jamie, and Michael. So I picked these five guys because of how consistent they were, the results, and how easy they were to come with questions and if the struggle was something that didn't keep it to themselves and they really felt comfortable to come to me for guidance. So on my next screen, I'm going to show you some results from a couple of players, not just these guys, but a couple of players, and talk about it a bit and then go into the app to clarify a lot of the things that don't make sense at this point. So as you can see here, We got Peter on the top left. We got Sean on the bottom left, and we got Owen on the right. So Peter is by far my top pick, just because of the consistency, how far he's come, and how much he has done throughout the 6 week phase, the first phase and this phase. So we had the bulky phase. So we bulked up to about 187. So we gained about 27 pounds. So from 160 to 187. Now we had to cut back down to 170, which you see on the photo to the right compared to the left. Right, so you can clearly see it has a lot more muscle definition. He didn't lose any agility, didn't lose any speed based on the workouts and his ratings. And Peter has just been amazing, amazing. And there's nothing more to say there. To the bottom, I have Sean. He gained about 2 pounds of muscle in the face. Of course, he looks slightly different. You know, he's more full. His muscles are more full, and this is solely primarily due to nutrition. He didn't really struggle with the workouts. As far as everything else, he was consistent as well, which is why he's one of my top five, and I'm very proud of what he's done also. And to my right here, I have Owen. His main thing was really just to lose some body fat. So as you can see with the photo on the right compared to the left, of course, you see his face is a bit more bigger on the left side. He had a bit more body fat, but of course, throughout the face, he shed down a little bit of body fat. He looks leaner, more athletic, and he lost 2 inches on the waist. So the main goal for all these guys was to maintain as much muscle as possible and to lose as much fat as possible while doing that and maintaining strength, athleticism, and agility, which we accomplished. So I'm very happy for that. And I also have a couple of players here. I have Alex, who gained about 20 pounds throughout the phase, but he did struggle afterwards with the nutrition a bit. But of course, I was checking in with him, making sure he's good, and he still managed to gain over 20 pounds, looking better than before. And we have Jamie over here to the right. He looks slightly better than before also. And really the main goal was to gain muscle without slowing down the players and without them having a bunch of fat too, which wouldn't really help on the field. So I'm going to go on the app that I have before I get into my recommended plans moving forward to explain everything in further detail. So as you can see here, this is the app. So I'm going to go to the main page to show everything. So as you can see here, let's look on the right side. So on the right side, you can see everything that's happening. So I can see when players are missing their workouts. I can see if they uploaded photos. I can see what workouts they did, if they hit the nutrition goals, and every single thing that I need to hold them accountable. So of course, this is perfect. So I see Jose responding to me right now. You see he rated the workout 5 out of 10. Of course, when the ratings are below 5, I know that I need to change it. And when it's about 5, it means that they're ready to move on to the next level. So if I click on it, I can give him some feedback, right? I can type in great work, keep it up. And this is how I really check on everybody, and this is how I make sure I stay interactive with the players and know that they're okay. So if I click on a workout here, for example, it shows you exactly how to do it, right? So they have all the guidance there, right? So I'm explaining how to do everything for every workout. And even if I go to another player that hit the nutrition goal, I'm going to use Peter for this example. So I clicked on Peter's nutrition. I gave him some feedback. He responded. So as you can see here, Peter has been doing awesome. I can see everything he's eating. I can see if it's in the green. So basically, for the nutrition, there's green, red, and silver. So green means they hit all their goals. Red means they are not hitting the goals, and gray means they need a little bit more. So this is what I use to make sure the players are eating properly and having the adequate amount of nutrition to support such athletic bodies doing so much activity, especially with multiple soccer weeks, multiple workouts. We want to make sure we're having nutrition. So this is how I kept each player accountable as far as nutrition goes. Okay. Each week, of course, we'll have progress photos. I'm just going to click on it to make sure. So each week they'll send me photos like this, and I would have to look at a spreadsheet and see how to progress. And based on that, I will formulate, or excuse me, based on that, I will adjust in nutrition and workouts depending on how the photos look. Okay, so I'm gonna go on Peter. I'm gonna use him as my example, and I'm gonna use his progress as far as weight goes to explain the phase a bit better. So each player had a calendar. So with the calendar, you can see what they're doing. So you can see what workouts they did. You can see what type of workouts they did. So you can see what days they play soccer, for example. You can see what days they did my specific workout. And you can also see what they ate, like I showed you before. And of course, you can see in the beginning, they struggled a bit. So you can see green, red, silver, red, right? So of course, this was a bit of a struggle of a day, but you can see that I can see everything the players that are doing. Okay. And basically on the calendar, you can click on any day and you can know exactly what they did, how they did it, and you can make adjustments based on that data. Now I'm going to click on this progress and talk about it. And I'm going to use this body weight to talk about the training phase to give it a bit more understanding. Okay. So Peter started with me at 160. So the goal was to bulk up as much as possible. And of course, when you're bulking, you're going to gain a little bit of fat, right? So he gained about 27 pounds. So he went up to about 187. So from here, I wanted to cut down, which meant the nutrition had to change. So from January 4th to about, or from when the second phase started to about now, he cut down to 170. All right, so cut down about 17 pounds. He maintained his muscle. He didn't lose agility, didn't lose speed, stronger, more athletic, and that's what I wanted. I wanted the players to be more athletic, more muscular without the muscle slowing them down. So I had to figure out how to do it. And with the bulking and cutting phase, we did that. And of course, the workouts had to incorporate things that use a lot of type 2 muscle fibers. And I'm going to show you his workout program before I go to my PowerPoint presentation screen. So each player had a different workout program. Each was slightly different. So on his, you see Monday's to-do list. We have things we have to do on Monday. We have the strength and conditioning, the stretching, because I have stretching for each player. We have home workouts, depending on what they have available. That's how the workout customized. And another workout down there. So if I click on it, of course, it shows you what to do, how to do it. And if you click on the video, it shows you how to do it. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint presentation slide and talk more about my recommended courses of actions moving forward with each player. Okay, so as far as training and nutrition goes, the best course of action right now, since they bulked up and came back down, will be to be at the maintenance. So really, in short form, focusing more on being athletic, being agile, and being and having more endurance to be able to play in the field. And as far as nutrition goes for that, um, I did see a common struggle in nutrition for a lot of the players as far as consistency goes. That's where the focus is going to have to be, in more accountability in the nutrition, making sure they get enough. Because being an athlete like that, running that much, playing the field that long, and having other activities on top of it, they have to be on point when it comes to eating properly and getting the adequate amount of nutrients to function properly. So that's going to be a recommended plan moving forward. And as of course with the accountability, I'm gonna have to make sure to be checking in a lot more, because I realize now that they're new to it still. They're still learning about it, so I have to really baby things in. I have to really teach slowly, talk slowly, and make sure everybody understands before moving forward. So I'm gonna have to really be checking in a lot more. Really be nitpicking in a supportive and educative way to help the players learn as they go. Also, as we have been doing, but I want to do it in a different way to help them progress faster. And as far as support goes, like I said before, I'm making sure to checking on them daily, making sure they feel like they can come to me for questions, not feel any type of way, even though it may not be a smart question in their eyes. I want them to feel comfortable to ask me anything, and that's my plans moving forward with them on the next phase as far as everything goes. So that's really the whole overview of everything and what I recommend moving forward for each player. So in conclusion, this has been a really good learning experience and a good way to interact with the players once again, and to see them come so far from where they started. So I really do appreciate this opportunity working with them again. I really thank all of you, all the coaches, all the people behind this. I really look forward to the next phase. This is the best way I could present everything that we've done up to this point, to show you in better detail, to give you visuals, to give you a bit of data, to help you have a better decision moving forward on what will happen. But like I said before, thank you for the opportunity. I really hope you enjoyed the presentation. Have an awesome day. I'll definitely touch base with me. Keep in touch, and have an awesome day.